Good morning. Welcome to day 74 of the 100-day project. This is day 73 and the video's up and you're welcome to go watch if you like. Today I have some paint colors out and some markers and some inks and some oil pastels and stamps. I'm going to set up and show you what I'm going to work on. A few days ago I was out in the garage looking through a box that I stuck out there because I wanted it out of my art room, and it had a bunch of office supply things in it, and I was thinking while I was looking through it, I need that in my art room, and I cleared out a desk that's in here to make room for some other things. So that's why I stuck it in a box and stuck it in the garage. So I'm gradually bringing things back in a little at a time as I run across things I want to do. The thing that I found the other day that I really love doing and want to do some more, and I'm going to do that today, is work on these business cards. These are by Avery. They are matte ivory business cards. It doesn't matter that it's matte ivory. It can be white, it could be anything. It doesn't matter if it's inkjet because I'm not running it through an inkjet printer or anything like that. It's a sheet of 10 cards per sheet. There's 250 cards in the pack. The cards are 2 by 3.5. The number, if you need it, is 8376. I pulled out 2 sheets to make it easy to work on. I'd probably work on more if I could spread out a little more, but for filming I have to do it here. What I want to do is put down different layers of paint and color and build up, and at the end we'll tear them apart and we'll have individual little pieces of art. There, sorry, I didn't know if it was fuzzy or not. These are good for creating your own business cards. If you want to make them in small amounts and make them different all the time, if you sell things and mail them off, you could stick this in there. Just write your name and information on the back, or print out a piece of paper with that information and glue it on the back. Or you could run these through a printer and print the backs and then decorate the front. The other thing you can use these for is creating in your art journals and things like that. So these would be good for pockets and just inserts and things. They would also be good for, I've never done this, but I've always wanted to, where you go out and you do random acts of kindness, where you just take little pieces of art and set them in odd places, and somebody comes across it, and on the back of the card you just have maybe an email address that says, if you found this, let me know, or hope you enjoy and have a good day, and a way to find you on YouTube, whatever you want to put on there. It's up to you what you feel comfortable with. And then they found a little piece of art, and maybe you brighten someone's day too. Maybe they were having a bad day, or maybe they're having a great day and they pass it on to somebody else, or maybe you inspire them to create art. I don't know. Whatever the case is, I've always wanted to do that and I've never done it. So maybe I'll do that with these. I don't know. I don't go off that much, so it's like I don't go anywhere. I've got all different things out, so grab whatever colors you like. I've got some greens and blues, a little bit of pink, a little bit of gold and silver. I've just got regular acrylic paints out. I have some oil pastels that have some blues and greens in here. I have some inks. These are Bombay inks. Daler Rowney also, but doesn't really matter, just inks. Some paint markers and some of those Crayola things that we played with one day, the twistables, slick sticks. And I have my stamp pad. This is just black, stays on. And I have the stamps that I made. I like using my own stamps. And I have my Posca pens, which are black and white. Paintbrushes, of course, some water. Gesso if you want to gesso your pages. I'm not going to do that. Pencils and things like that. Anything else, I'll let you know. So the first thing I want to do is just lay down a layer of paint, and I'm just going to take these bottles that are almost empty and try to get rid of the rest of this paint. But I want to put down the blues first. So I'm just going to take a brush. I'm just going to put some blue out on my papers, various spots, and I'm just going to paint it on. I don't mind the edges getting paint on them because when I tear them apart, I can use them for other things if I want to. Okay, so I've got my first color on. I'm going to get another blue, and then I'm just going to start layering the paint colors, and when I move on to the next step, I'll let you know. I'm going to sneak in a little gray. I've got a piece of cardboard that I've torn off the paper so the core gets showing. And I've got a piece of netting that onions or potatoes or something like that comes in. I'm going to use as a little stencil. I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna take these two acrylic paint markers by Deco Color, and I'm going to just make little marks all over the place. That's oil pastel. I'm going to take a little bit of this pink India ink, and I'm going to take a brush and put my brush in the water, and I'm going to water down this pink a little bit. Just get my brush nice and wet, and I'm just going to roll it on my pages. I put a little bit of this Payne's Gray in my well, and I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to do a little bit drop. Okay, I'm going to give this a good dry. I think what I want to do now is do a little bit of stamping, but in areas that maybe the splatters didn't hit. This is Payne's Gray. It's not a black. It's got a bluish grayish look to it. So I'm going to use my StazOn black ink, and I'm going to use my little stamps that I made out of the scraps that are for just mark making. I'm going to work around the wet. It's not real wet, but there are some spots that are definitely not dry because the drops were bigger. So I'm just going to work around in areas where it looks like it needs a little bit of something. I'm going to add pencil marks now, and then after that I'll probably take them apart and then add white Posca pen individually because I might write a word or something. But I have to be careful because some of this is probably still not quite dry, but you know how I am, I can't wait. So I'm going to take these apart. I'll put a white paper here so you can see them better. And once you get these apart, you can see if there's some place you missed that you really wanted something, a color or something, just go ahead and dab it in there. So these are really cute. These are just adorable. I'm going to take my white marker. I'm just going to put hello on all of them because I think it's cute. And I might do some scribbling with my white Posca pen, or maybe I'll do it with the China marker. I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera because I'll do one with you guys so you know exactly what I'm going to do. Let's do this one. I'm just going to take my Posca pen. It's going to write hello. I don't know why the word hello, just because I want to. Then I'm going to take a China marker. It's a peel off China marker. And I'm just going to make some scribble lines in different areas. Okay, so when I come back, that'll be done. I'll know if I'm going to add anything else by then. Okay, they all have hello written on them. I didn't write every one on the stamp. I put some down in the corners by themselves, just wherever I felt like it looked good. And then I took my China marker and I went around and just made little marks here and there. Not a whole lot, just enough to add a little something. I want to seal them with this basic gloss varnish by Liquitex. And so I'll do one with you guys so you know what I'm going to do. I just pour a little bit out on my paper plate to make it easy. Just put a little bit on my brush and just swipe across the top and then the middle and all the way across down to the bottom. And then I'm going to set it aside and do all the rest. And then when I'm done, I'll come back and I'll have my mat turned over. It'll be white, pristine, and perfect. Well, not perfect. And you'll see what they look like. I've got them varnished and they're still drying a little bit. So I'm going to be careful with them. They're all so cute. And then there's the rest of them. So I think these are really cute. I think you could use them for a lot of different things. So I hope you give it a try. And you don't even have to have the business cards. You could do a piece of paper the same way and then cut them into business card size with your cutter or with your X-Acto knife or whatever you like to do. I hope you have a great whatever it is. I will see you tomorrow for day 75, another milestone. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.